What is going on, guys? We are live. I'll turn on some of the chats on my laptop as well. Let's see who shows up. Who's here today? Taylor Parker, co-owner of Warby Parker, is in the building. Laszlo Device, certified T3 bot. Jayberg, certified T3 bot. Rock and Roll says, I was just watching your video, bro. Well, I apologize for interrupting the delicious content you were watching. What episode were you watching? I have a question for you, actually. What episode were you watching? 100K? Congrats. Woo! Milcom, the moderator, forgot it was Saturday, and he's literally the moderator on this channel, so I don't know what the heck he's doing. John, Buckmaster from Baltimore, Maryland, eating some soft-shell crab over there. Rock and Roll was watching that episode about the Expedition chronograph. Very fun watch that I was actually reviewing. Let me see if I can pop out the chat on my computer, so because that's always fun. Una momento. Let me see something real quick. Darren Howe from Singapore, Daniel Slack from England, John Millwood from UK. See, I have so many viewers from the UK that I've set my GMT complication to the to GMT, to UK, because I just have so many of you. I think it's my largest secondary viewership is from UK. So I got mad love for you guys. So why is it a very special live stream today, since there's already over 100 people? Well, it's a very special live stream because we are 28 people away from hitting 100,000 subscribers on this channel. So that is incredible. That is ridiculous. I never thought we would ever be here. So in about 2.5 years, we hit very close to 100,000 subscribers. Just insane. So I kind of wanted to do something a little bit special since there's already, so for those of you who are new here, I typically wait until there's 100 people here to do a wristwatch check. So there's 179 people here. Let's go ahead and do a wristwatch check. So you guys in the comment section, let me know what you are wearing. But I am wearing my Rolex 2940 Bubbleback with the Agler movement. Let me do a measurement here, actually, on live stream. Let me do a measurement telling you what the diameter is of this watch. It is 32.1 millimeters. And it is, let me see, one second. 39.2 millimeter lug to lug. Why is this important? Or why is this significant? Well, I'm wearing this 2940 because this was the first watch I ever reviewed on YouTube. It's the first watch ever that I ever reviewed. The first episode I ever made here on YouTube was of this watch. And sorry, I'm trying to unscrew the top of my water bottle. And so yeah, I just thought it would be very, very special because again, we are about 28 subscribers away from hitting that 100,000 subscriber milestone. So insane. Carl says his first purchase was a Rolex 1500. That's amazing. SoCal Watch Review says, proud of you, bud. Thank you so much. Ian Barnaby is wearing a Hamilton Pan Europe. Very sporty. The current Pan Europes are very, very sporty, but I've had the original Hamilton Pan Europe at my shop, and it was actually a very elegant sports watch. Vince is here. He says, locked out of the office, so I can't stay long. Hope all is well. Have a good weekend. Well, thank you so much, Vince, for showing up and chilling. I hope wherever you are is a bit nicer than Los Angeles. Los Angeles is kind of gloomy today. Marcelo says, could we please get a link to that first review of yours? Milcom, can you post a link of the first episode? I think it's titled The Rolex No One Ever Talks About. Zeus Booster, UK is always gloomy, okay? When they say you need to dress for an English summer, they mean that you need to dress very warm because it's cold over there. Marcellus says, congratulations on the nearly 100,000. Man, that's freaking awesome. Thank you so much. Milcom the moderator has a link. The one Rolex nobody talks about. That's the first ever review I ever made here, and I didn't know that I was making a review for other people. This was an episode I made for my best friend Patrick to show him this cool Rolex that I have. Don't watch it with your kids because I think I say the F word like 4 times in that episode. So just you've been warned. I had no idea that it would be this channel would become this channel. I had no idea. Let's see. Yeah, Dean's certified T3 bot says fire truck. Neil Hunt is from Tampa, Florida. Jacob McGee wants to know my opinion of the System 51, which is a Swatch. I don't have a problem with it. It's not something I would wear. It doesn't look that interesting to me, but I think it's cool that Swatch came out with these automatic watches. That's pretty cool. David says Oris versus Zin. I think they're both great. I obviously went with Oris. I don't know if that means I prefer the company Oris over the company Zin, but I do prefer the Pro Pilot, the Oris Pro Pilot versus, the Zin 556, but they're both great companies. Roman says, what were your 3 Grail cars? Well, I'm not going to tell you because I'm still waiting for someone to nail it. No one's nailed it yet. No one's nailed it and commented yet. Alan W. with the super chat says, is that a wolf head in the corner of your room? Yes, so here I have, first of all, a tire from my STI that I've put in here right now. But that wolf head is relevant to the channel because I've made a couple episodes with that. And so I thought it'd be funny to have it on the backdrop so I could still put it on. Joel says, still waiting on merch? What do you mean, Joel? Your orders have shipped out. So I know that for a fact, Joel. So your orders have shipped out. Omax says, blowout tire. No, this tire is almost brand new. But it's because they were doing construction on the street where I live. And when I was, how do I say this? They didn't clean up, okay? Because Los Angeles, no one cares. So when they were doing construction, there was a bunch of nails, and 3 out of the 4 tires on my STI, really expensive tires, by the way, if I can complain, all had nails in the sidewall where they couldn't be patched. So I ended up buying a whole new set of tires and wheels in a different size, and I just kept this. Which is still a good tire, but it's in here because I don't want the rubber stinking up my place. But that wolf's head, is very relevant to the channel because I actually did a Halloween giveaway. The first ever Halloween episode I did wearing that mask the entire episode. We have a few super chats. JG with the super chat, thank you so much. Says, I'm so happy you decided to put together excuse me. I'm reading faster than I can speak. I'm so happy you decided to put together a program to help the children. I ordered my shirt immediately and was happy to do it. Keep it up, Jory. Your heart is in the right place. Well, thank you so much, JG, for supporting the cause. For those of you who don't know, Milcom has a link of 2 limited shirt designs that I designed with Doodlehoff. Doodlehoff really did all the designing. I kind of just had an idea and he was like, cool, and he did it, and he's a boss. It's at Doodlehoff on Instagram, and both of those shirts are actually going to be donated, or the proceeds from those 2 limited shirts will be donated to No Kid Hungry. So I know some of you might be wondering, why does that matter? Like, why are we doing this when there's this whole like world crisis? Well, it's because when schools are locked down, that how do I explain this? 22 million, roughly 22 million kids in the United States alone rely on school food programs to eat. Okay, so unfortunately their parents are unable to feed them, so they take them to school, and that's where the kid gets most of their nutrition. So with the food, or with the schools being prematurely shut down because of this crisis going on, that means 22 million kids are out of food. And again, people were writing to me and they're being like, oh, you're an idiot for doing this. What do you think happens during summer? The kids aren't eating during summer when the schools are closed. Well, schools aren't closed over summer, and there's actually summer programs that help feed the kids. But when everything's shut down, those programs don't exist. So when you sell these 2 shirts, or when I sell these 2 shirts, all the proceeds from these 2 shirts are going to help NoKidHungry.org, the No Kid Hungry organization. So that's a little something. I can't do much, but if this is something that we can do, then we will do it at the Time Teller channel. So buy those 2 shirts. All net proceeds are going to NoKidHungry.org. And when I say net proceeds, it's not that I'm paying myself. It's because Shopify, the people that host my website, automatically take a little bit from everything I sell. And then Printful, the company that's actually printing the shirts and shipping the shirts, they automatically take a little cut as well. So everything that's left, I am not taking a penny. The editors are not taking a penny. We are lumping that and we are shipping it out. So very, very, very excited about that. So thank you. Thank you guys. I couldn't do any of this, and we can't do any of this without you guys. So thank you so much. Reading more comments. Milcom has a link to the shirts, by the way, as well. He's letting everybody know. Another super chat from Pati Ruti TV. What about Tag Heuer Aqua Racer review? Congrats. Well, thank you for the congratulations. I'm not ruling out an Aqua Racer review, but the Aqua Racer is one of the most overpriced wristwatches ever. It is not worth the money. When they're selling a very basic quartz movement for like $1,400, you got to be a little suspicious, and I'm just not interested in it. PS Dance, who's been here since the beginning, although I haven't seen him a lot recently, he says beard maintenance plan. I don't really have a beard maintenance plan right now, as you can see, because the barber shops are closed, and that's really not a huge priority on my list right now. The priority is kind of keeping my businesses running while everything is locked down. So that means going full bore on the channel, getting content out. That means making sure that my shop is like going good and everything. So, Milcom, have you always gone to the barber for the beard? No. I've had the beard for a while, and initially I did all the maintenance myself. Ronald, I had the beard before James Harden was even a thing. I probably had a beard before James Harden had a beard. But so he's copying me. So initially I didn't go to the barber. I just did my beard myself. But then once I started being on camera every day, I would go to the barber pretty much every week because, as you can see, my hair grows all the way up to my eyeballs. But since the barber is closed and I don't have clippers, I was like, whatever, I'll just grow it out. I'll deal with it. And if weirdos in the comment section watch like a whole 20-minute video on something and then all they care about is my beard, then that's their problem. That's not my problem. Andy B subscribed just the other day, so he's new to this. Everybody give Andy B a nice wave and a cheers. Welcome to the channel. Steven Simmons says, you trying to be famous or something? A little harkening back to the Velcro Valet. John Free is here. Certified T3 bot. Rick Green, Certified T3 bot. He's here. That fellow there is here. Certified T3 bot. He says Jory's beard trims him. It's a beast. Bryson Haggard with the super chat says, congrats on 100,000, Jory. Do you like the Monta Atlas? I want to support local and I need a GMT. Well, thank you so much. I'm not sure I hit 100,000 quite yet, but I believe we will soon. And do I like the Monta Atlas? I've never held it in my hand, but a lot of people that I know personally own it, and I trust their recommendation and they love it. So I think Monta does good work, but we're still trying to work out a review. So again, they're sending me insurance papers that I need to sign so that they can loan me a watch and blah, 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 blah. But the president of Monta did write to me, and they're good people. Marshbam00 with the super chat. Thank you so much. I don't know what, if you have a question or anything, but thank you for the super chat. Kaiser says, I can't even grow a beard. Well, don't feel bad. A lot of people cannot grow beards, so it's all good. Reach for perfection. What do I think of Soviet vintage mechanical alarm watches? I think vintage mechanical, I think any mechanical alarm watch is pretty cool. As far as them being Soviet, I don't really care. I'm not a huge fan of the vintage Russian watches. Vostok is cool. I have one up here. But I'm not a huge fan of, I know Vostok has a huge following. I'm just not super into it. I've owned a few. Oh, where's William J? William J, Certified T3 bot. There's a question for William J actually in the comment section. UHS Web Manager says, what's your day job? William J knows what to do. William J, just post it. Freedom Van, Jory, should I put money into paint and bolt-ons for my 03 G35 Coupe or sell it and buy an 18 Shelby? Sell it. Buy the Shelby. The GT350, if you can find an R, that'd be great. John Buckmaster said, you had just over 10,000 when I started watching. Congrats on 100,000. Well, thank you so much, guys. Believe me, I never anticipated I would ever be here. So, never. Thank you so much. William J answers UHS Web. William J has an answer for UHS Web Manager. He says, Jewish business consultant, freshly barbered, although not right now. Sipping Vietnamese coffee, again, not right now, I'm drinking water. Wearing Warby Parker glasses, driving a Jeep Rubicon or a Subaru STI, 7.5-inch wrists, much larger biceps. Connie is the love of his life. Amen. Accurate. Very, 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 very accurate. Marsh Bam says, do you ever worry about your safety? It's kind of a weird question, huh? Do I ever worry about my safety? What does that mean? It's an odd question to ask me. Short answer is no. You guys only see me from here up, but if I stood up, I don't think that I would have anything to worry about. Opinions on oil field watches. I understand that is the current trend. I think that that's the new 2020 vibe, is oil filled. Not for me. I don't see the appeal to it, but I understand that there is an appeal to it. Michael Gonzalez says, "Hi, the time teller. What's going on? What is going on?" Marsh Bam, thoughts on cold brew? Huge fan. Huge fan. Yeah, do I ever worry about my safety? It's kind of, I don't know. It's a weird question. Are there any mechanical clocks? Yeah, there are mechanical clocks. A lot of mechanical clocks. I'm not a huge clock guy. Kaiser says, "Congratulations, Jory. You deserve all the good coming." Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You've been a subscriber for a very long time, so I really appreciate that. Castrol GTX Rolex. That is hilarious. Matt Dude 8888 says, "Hello there. What's going on, man?" Ronald says, "Maybe the guy is on your doorstep." All right. I think he's going to be very disappointed when he comes in here, though. UHS Web Manager with the super chat says, "Patek or Longa, I'm going to buy next week as prices creep down." Between those two companies, honestly, Longa. I'm going to go with Longa. If you can get a Datograph Perpetual Tourbillon with the salmon dial and the white gold, I would get the chronograph. Is Relic by Fossil a good brand? I've never even heard of it. I've heard of Fossil. Relic watches. Let me see. Gonna go ahead and say no. No, I do not recommend these. They don't look good. Will I ever review the Seiko SPB 151 in the future? SPB 151. 151. Oh yeah, this is the limited edition turtle, Captain Willard. If I can get my hands on one, do you have one that you can send over? Then that would be great. RDK, the winner of the Casio Duro, I believe. He won the Casio Duro. Certified T3 Buy says, "Morning, Jory, and morning chat. May contain bleach," with the super chat. Says, "Hello, Jory. Really enjoying these Saturday live streams and congrats on 100,000 subscribers. Was wondering your take on the Seals Model C watch." So Seals is a very interesting company. Seals Model C. They look very interesting, very tough, but I've never held one. It looks cool. That's a very unique case design. Does it have a threaded crown? I don't know. What movement does it have? I don't know. It looks like a old school, like kind of a old take on a military watch. The case shape's great. You know what you can do for me? May contain bleach. If you guys want me to review a watch from one of these companies, write to the company. If you guys want to write to the company and say, "Hey, you should send a watch to the time teller so he can review it," that would be amazing, because that would be these companies want to know that there are viewers out there that are interested in certain channels. So if you guys write to them, it'd actually be much more effective than me writing to them. So yeah, if you could write to Seal Watches and tell them that I should review a watch, that'd be great. That would be amazing. I'll write to Longa on your behalf. Well, Longa actually has a boutique here in SoCal, so I could potentially just go meet with them. But I'm talking about companies like Seal and some of these other smaller companies. Dan says, "Hey man, only found you around a week ago, but I've learned so much from you already. Congrats on 100,000. You deserve it." Well, thank you so much. That's like the best thing I love to hear are from the new viewers. Like, "Hey, I just found you. Hey, I just found you." Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Wamaden says, or Wendon says, "What would you grab for a dress watch under 1,000? Probably a Presage, a Seiko Presage. Did you smash that wish wash?" I didn't smash it yet, but I pretty much broke it because I broke that the case back. Runok Tiwari, Alpinist. I love the Alpinist. I wouldn't consider it a dress watch though. Steve Place, Certified T3 Bot, says, dang, 17.5 million views on the channel. I actually did not know that. That's pretty cool. Thank you. What are my mains on Super Smash Brothers? It used to be Star Fox, like only Star Fox. But then I moved on to Link. So now I'm Star Fox and Link. I'm kind of old school because I'm 30 years old. Man, Super Smash Brothers was my favorite game since I was a little kid, man. I remember when it came out, it blew my mind that they put all the characters together. UHS says, you are a youngster. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Doesn't feel like it when I see people that look and act like children, and I'm like, oh my god, look at these babies. And they're like, I'm 22. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm old. Mir says, should do a road to 100,000 subs featuring all your characters. That would be crazy. That's a very good idea. That would be crazy. Should buy a watch from AliExpress. I already did buy a watch from AliExpress. Hasn't come in yet. Kia ora from New Zealand. Got love for my Kiwis. One of my college roommates that I lived with for like 6 years. One of my closest friends at the time was a Kiwi. So kia ora. Sweet as. That's another thing they say. Sweet as. And he got me a bunch of really cool New Zealand All Blacks gear. So that was really cool. MK7 Gaming from Puerto Rico. Shane says, dude, I am 54 this year, though art, but a strapling. Thou art but a strapling. Thank you. Thou art but a strapling. And then he says, sweet as, bro. Sweet as. Kia ora. Christopher Beck with the huge super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, you're killing it. Congrats. Been watching frequently since I found you a few months back. Keep it up, brother. Well, Christopher, you're the reason that I've had such great channel growth. People like you that have joined recently, you freaking rock. I couldn't get where I am now without you. So hope you're staying safe. And thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. Getting messages while I'm trying to live stream with my bros. Monta Atlas GMT thoughts. I think Monta makes great watches. I can't really tell you until I get it in my hands though, and we're working on getting a review with them. Duda says, do you like the new Final Fantasy VII Remake? So, I got the deluxe edition. It just came in, and I unboxed it. I didn't do it on camera. I'm just saying I opened it. And I looked at all of it. The deluxe edition comes with like a steel case and a concept art book and like a soundtrack. It's very cool, but I haven't played it yet. So I was waiting until after I live stream, and then I'm gonna go home, and then I'm going to probably play it for the entirety of the weekend. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. My thoughts on bronze. Well, Dennis, that was kind of the flavor of the week in 2018. For some reason, when I look back at 2018, I think of just bronze watches, right? 2019 was Pepsi. It seems like 2020 right now is oil-filled watches. I don't know why. But, you know, there are, it ebbs and flows, and there are like fads that happen every year. So bronze watches are cool. I don't think it's totally a gimmick. I think some people pull it off quite well, but it's very 2018. Clock busted? No. It's kind of me sticking it to the man. I don't rely on clocks because I wear wristwatches. That fellow there, Certified T3 Bot, says, Jory, has the channel changed you? Do you narrate your off-camera unboxing? Yeah, dude. I like hold it as I'm unboxing and I'm like moving it around like, and then I'm talking. Yeah, I've gone crazy. I narrate my entire life now because of this channel. Wamden, do you travel with one watch or bring a few? I bring 2 watches with me. If I'm traveling, I typically bring a sports watch or like a daily watch and then a dress watch. So typically I have 2 watches. Thoughts on Rolex 34mm cases? I'm in love with my blue Buckley dial. Yeah, my Rolex 1500 is one of my favorite watches ever, and it's got a 34mm case. And this watch is a Rolex. And it's got a 30... Hold on. Let me get the widest point. It's got a 32.1 millimeter case. So guys, I got a lot of people writing to me, and they're like, do you think it's okay? I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and I'm thinking about wearing like a 36mm watch. Is that too small? I'm like, dude, I wear 32mm watches all day long. Don't worry about it. Arizona, AZMBNZ says, what does Connie think of your YouTube life and success? Well, she's still with me. So she hasn't figured out that she's out of my league yet. And that's kind of the whole point, right? You aim high, you surprise yourself by getting someone out of your league, and then you just hope that they don't wake up one day and realize that they're out of your league. I'm just kidding. I couldn't do this without her. She's honestly, like, my mom is my biggest supporter. Let's make that clear. My mom is my #1 fan, biggest supporter. But I think after my mom, Connie is my biggest supporter. So I got a couple good girls in my corner. But what does she think about YouTube? I think she was kind of like me. We didn't realize what this channel would be, and we didn't realize how, you know, much effort and work it takes to run a channel, but she's very supportive and she helps me. And I mean, a lot of my Seikos that I own, she's gotten me as gifts. So, but now she's trying to steal my Reverso, I think. I caught her wearing it once. Reading more questions. What are the full dimensions of my Cartier tank? Oh man, you're gonna have to watch the review. There's an unboxing that says size matters. I don't have it off the top of my head. Jory, you mentioned oil-filled watches. Is that just a gimmick? Yeah, it's just a gimmick. It is just a gimmick, but that's fine. Would you feature Connie on actually doing a review with me? Well, she's been in a few episodes, and I totally would feature Connie. It's more a scheduling thing, because I try to film as much content as I can earlier in the day, and then Connie's usually at work. But I mean, if you guys would like to have her on the channel, it's not really a super focus. I think when we do when we start talking about some female watch options, she's obviously going to be on the channel, because I don't think that women will take my advice. So having a girl kind of tell other girls about watches might be useful. Sakari says, can you destroy the Invicta by oil filling it? We might have to do that. Joey Reed, Jory Goodman, size matters, YouTube, demonetized. You know what's funny? That's the only video on my channel that is still fully demonetized. Like, it has never seen an ad. That channel still has been demonetized. I think it's because I say a bad word like right at the beginning of the episode. Oh well. Matt B, what is the hardest part about selling vintage watches? What ones do you avoid selling? Well, there's a lot of watches I avoid selling because I only sell what I would wear, right? So I guess the hardest part is actually finding a watch that I like enough to want to put in my collection. Because what some of you guys may not understand, Lisa from Kentucky, What's going on over there in Louisville? I'm just kidding, I don't know. Or maybe Lexington? I don't know where you're from. But Kentucky. I got love for Kentucky. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but I kind of treat that shop like a curated collection. That's why I only offer minimal watches at a time. Shane is here. Give him a wave. He says, I didn't get a wave. So he's a Kiwi from New Zealand. So I suppose it's not really difficult, but the most time consuming is finding a watch and liking it enough to put it in my shop's collection. Reading comments. There was one really comment. Fenman, will you learn French one day? Oui. Oui, oui. Je m'appelle Jolie. J'habite Los Angeles. There was a really good question that I saw. One moment. People bring up the clock. To my new viewers, the clock has never worked. It's because I have a clock there that's made by Seiko, but I wear wristwatches, so I don't rely on clocks. Reese Armstrong from Halifax, England. What is going on? Man, there was a good question that I missed. One moment. Someone asked me if there's a watch that I regret parting with. There's one watch right now that is at the shop that I know I'm going to regret when it sells, and it's the Zenith Movado. The Zenith Movado Port Royale, I'm going to be kind of bummed when that sells, because that's one watch that I was looking at for like 3 weeks probably. And then I finally pulled the trigger on it, and I was like, okay, I might just keep this watch because it is so freaking cool. So that Zenith Movado Port Royale, automatic, high beat movement, it is gorgeous, so unique. I think that's going to be one that I probably regret parting with because it is so sick, but I'm still going to leave it on the channel. Milcom, post a link to that. Utku from Turkey, what is going on? William J, Certified T3 Bot says, bonjour, mon opussoir. Pizza Hut or Domino's? Well, neither of those are my favorite pizza place, but Pizza Hut between those two. Milcom, can you post a link to the Zenith Movado Port Royale at my shop? Someone asked me if there's a watch that I'm going to regret parting with, and I think that's going to be one for sure. Lisa asks, what's your Grail watch, Jory? There's two that are kind of constantly at the top of my Grail list. One would be a Rolex 6062, which is a Rolex oyster-cased moon phase. And then another one would be the Creator Aichi 2. And that's kind of, in my opinion, the quintessential dress watch because there's no complication, spring drive movement, porcelain dial, just a ridiculous watch. I'm going to need to save up for those. If you want to see Dale, by the way, can I just thank Dale Taylor Jr.? Dale Taylor Jr. has been a subscriber pretty much since I started the channel. And he's a really cool guy. He has a beard, and we like a lot of the same stuff. The Colitis says, "Asado, asado." But he says, if you want to see my favorite pizza, go to the Time Away channel where I actually review and rank my favorite pizza. And hopefully now that I hit 100,000 subscribers, I can like sneak away for a little bit and make some more time away content. I don't know. How old is my channel? Just about 2.5 years. Andrew Mullen says, love the channel. Looking to getting into the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot GMT. Dude, do it. That is so sick. That is so sick. Do it. A big pizza pie is my favorite pizza of all time. But of the pizza I can get here in LA, I gotta choose something else. But Big Pizza Pie has been here since the beginning as well. People are asking if I've hit over 100,000. It says 99,986. We have to keep in mind this does not update in real time. They stopped doing the updates in real time. So I don't know yet. We gotta wait until it uploads and refreshes accurately. Veronica says 2.5 years and almost 100,000 subs already. That's great. Thank you so much, man. Brian says, Teddy Baltazar or TGV? Well, let me say it here. I hate both of them. I hate that. I'm just kidding. Everybody wants me to say that. Everybody wants this huge drama. Here's what I'm going to say. I actually know Teddy. I don't know TGV. So I can't really talk. Like, Teddy and I have interacted with each other. Like, we've written to each other. We've spoken. We've worked together. He's a really great guy. TGV is probably really cool too, but I don't have any the only interaction I've ever had with TGV is he commented on one of my episodes. That's it. But do you know who I really hate is Federico. Oh my gosh, Federico. I'm just kidding. Everybody wants there to be some enormous drama. Everybody that I've interacted with here is cool, okay? But I'm not going to gossip about people I don't know about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone has been so supportive and so cool. Just One More Watch, Jody, he's the man. We write to each other all the time, and he's like, hey, big man. And I'm like, yo, what's up? And we talk. So cool. I love all of these guys. But not Bark and Jack, though. Not Bark and Jack. I'm just kidding. See, I'm kidding. All these dudes are awesome. Give a shout out to my editor. You're right, I should. Gato. Give a round of applause to my editor, Gato, who has been with me since last February, I believe. Couldn't do any of this stuff. My production went up like tenfold after having an editor on my team. So thank you guys. And give a round of applause to Milcom, the moderator. He's been with me since the beginning also. Mior, how do you spell my editor's name? Gato, but his real name is Israel. So you'll sometimes hear me referring to him as Israel. You'll sometimes hear me referring to him as Gato, which is his like nickname. And sometimes we'll refer to him as just the editor. But yeah, round of applause for Milcom as well. Felipe says Milcom is at the top of his game or her game. Milcom is a boy. Oh, Reeves with Armstrong with the very interesting question. If you could have a manufacturer, and guys, by the way, I'm reading from a screen here, so I don't have to keep moving the camera. So, really interesting question. If you could have a manufacturer make you a piece unique, okay, so make me a unique piece, who would it be and what complications? It's a great question. I mean, honestly, if Vacheron or JLC wanted to do it, I'd be through the moon. If Grand Seiko wanted to do it, I'd be incredibly honored as well. What complications? I don't know. I have no idea because I haven't really thought about it. I'd probably want it to be a dress watch. I'd probably want it to have a moon phase. A display case back, a very highly finished decorated movement. I'd want it in precious metals, maybe white gold. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be very... I'd have to make an episode about that. That'd be very cool. What's the heaviest weight I've ever powerlifted? Well, in my prime, I'm 30 years old now. In my prime, I had a 1,500 pound raw total. So 1,500 pounds split between bench press, deadlift, and squat. And that was probably the best I did. But I'm 30 now and I haven't hit the weight room in like a month because we are in lockdown. Also, can I give you guys a round of applause real quick? There are 307 people here on the live stream. Can we just give like the viewers right now? 313 now. Can we give you guys a round of applause in the comment section, please? Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Williams Watches says, if you could have a dress watch or a sports watch, which would you choose? Honestly, dude, a dress watch. I don't know why. I'm going through a field watch phase in my life, which I guess is closer to like a sports watch. But for some reason, I'm just, at heart, a dress watch guy. I don't know. I don't know why. Dean, certified T3 bot, I think this is a record number of viewers for the live stream right now. Who's my favorite powerlifter? Ed Cohen. Eddie Cohen. He's the god of powerlifting. He's the father of powerlifting, Ed Cohen. Michael Gonzalez says, you're so cool. No, you're so cool. People want to... Okay, wait, Roham. Thoughts on Frederic Constant? I've had Frederic Constant watches. I like them a lot. I think they make good watches. They're owned by Citizen, by the way. Daniel Thibodeau, certified T3 bot, says, Jory, my man, today is the day. I feel like it's my bar mitzvah or something. I'm very excited. How many subscribers do I need to hit 100,000? Well, according to my channel analytics, and guys, mind you, it does not update in real time. According to channel analytics, I need 11 more subscribers. I'm at 9,989. We are almost there. We are almost there. How does powerlifting work during this situation? Well, when I'm in my place, I am lifting a 50-pound weight vest I'm lifting water jugs in various amounts, and I'm doing a lot of movements like, dude, I did 100 burpees yesterday. Come on. Me doing 100 burpees? For those of you who don't know, by the way, I am an absolute beast. So, what's your powerlifting watch? Well, I typically wear a G-Shock, right? Probably just gonna wear a G-Shock. Matt B says, I can't say the G word because YouTube will shut down my channel. Aziz says, what Timex is on the cover of the video? Well, that's very nice of you to ask. I have a very, very, very cool Timex at the Time Teller shop. Very hard to find with the Lollipop secondhand. It is a hand-wind vintage mechanical diver. So cool. I'm getting so many cool questions right now. AZ says, aren't you a certified trainer? Yes, I was a powerlifting coach before I went into business. So, let's see. Some of my accolades are an integrated approach to strength training and conditioning for law enforcement personnel. That's something I was trained in. Also, certified sports conditioner. Let's see. cardiovascular fitness for firefighters. Did a bunch of that stuff. And then techniques to develop training. Techniques to develop power through training. Techniques to develop power through training. So yeah, I was a strength coach before I went into business. But that was back in the days of yore. Dale Thibodeau says, ha ha ha, Hulk. Big Money Sunny, very cool name, says, best link removal tool? Hit that like button. Honestly, dude, you are better off just buying, I have one in the back there. I have them at the Time Teller shop, and I'm not trying to, or my Amazon store, excuse me. I'm not trying to shamelessly plug my Amazon store. I honestly think you should just buy one of like the $12 packs in at Amazon, where you get a bunch of tools. Run Walk Tawari, do I ship to India? Yes, I do. We've shipped all throughout the world. It's so funny. People are like, oh, I would buy from you, but I don't know if you can ship to England. It's like, England? Across the pond? Please. I ship things to Malaysia. I ship things to Dubai. I ship things to Kuwait. I ship things to Indonesia. I ship things to Hong Kong. Pfft. England? Please, you're right there. Pfft. Please. I'm reading questions. Do I like Lamy pens? I don't know much about pens, guys. I'm gonna show you something. These are the two pens that I use all the time. Pen 15 gang. Everyone type in Pen 15 gang in the comment section. Pen 15 gang. Just kidding, don't do it. Here's one pen that my dad gave me when I was quite a bit younger. And it is a space pen. Pressurized ink capsule. Haha, everyone's writing Pen 15 gang. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I tricked you guys. So this is a space pen, so that if you are outside the atmosphere, the pressure won't affect the ink and you can actually write with it. So this is really cool. Use this sometimes, it's fun to have. Yep, that's a Fisher space pen. And then this is another one, just my Mont Blanc Meister Stuck rollerball. Funny story about this. I got this because all throughout growing up, my dad had one. And then I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So when I started making my own money, something I wanted to do was like buy one of these so that I could like mimic my dad in a way. So this is kind of paying homage to my dad. Kind of a sign of like, I'm gonna make it. It's very expensive. It was an expensive purchase for me, this pen, but it's worth it because I use it every day. But unfortunately, I don't know much about pens, guys. Pen 15 gang versus Watch Gang. All you need to know is that Watch Gang blocked me on their social media, so they blocked me. So Williams Watches says, everyone in the chat is so cool. I'm kicking off the boat early. I love you all. Take care. Stay safe in these challenging times. Amen. Stay safe. Love you. Have a good one, Williams Watches. Mark Byram says Fisher. He's referring to the Fisher space pen. Fisher spent a ton of money developing that pen for the U.S. space program. The Soviets sent their astronauts up with pencils. Ha! We got pressurized ink. So there. Did it work in the cold New England winters? It did, actually. Favorite sandwich, Mior. Oh, favorite sandwich. You know, when I was little, a turkey sandwich, my mom's like just straight up a turkey sandwich would make me happy. Then I got really into BLTs and like club sandwiches. You know what's really good? There's an Italian market in Santa Monica. Okay, I was born in Santa Monica, believe it or not. But for those of you who don't know, Santa Monica is in Los Angeles County, and it's the furthest west you can go because it's the beach, it's the coastline. And there is an Italian market there called Bay Cities, and they make something called the Godmother sandwich, and it's kind of like the works, like an Italian sandwich, and it is so good. So that's you got to wait in line though on the weekends to get it, but it is worth it. It's pretty good. And then I also like banh mi. I don't know if you guys know. I'm sure a lot of you know banh mi. But banh mi is a Vietnamese sub, essentially, used with a French baguette because in Vietnam, you know, there's a lot of French influence because France controlled Vietnam for a while. So I really like banh mi, and luckily in Los Angeles where I live, there's a ton of banh mi places like Mr. Baguette and Lee's Sandwiches. So good. Probably Mr. Baguette makes my favorite banh mi. Chick-fil-A or Popeyes? I'm a Chick-fil-A boy. Chick-fil-A boy. Zeus Booster, have a good one, man. We love you. Ben says, Time Teller, please tell me what's special on here. I don't know to what you are referring. AZ says a Lee's opened here in Arizona. Yeah, dude, I'm so happy. There's a bunch of Lee's everywhere sprouting up. They have really good coffee and really good sandwiches. Tim E. Teller, Pens and Other Friend. UK isn't that cold in the summer, dude, but it's rainy always. TT never got back to me about my Alpinist. Serious? I mean, you can email me again. I get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages, every day. So please don't take it personally. Please do not take it personally. Reading comments. Vietnamese food is nice. Yeah, I love Vietnamese food. Pho, bo lok lak, which is shaking beef, banh mi, coffee. I got love for Vietnamese food, boy. Reading comments. Can't go wrong with a tuna salad, Sammy. Dude, I love tuna melts too. Reading. There's so many good comments today. Jeez, so good. Coca-Cola or Pepsi? Again, I grew up with Coca-Cola. I'm a Coca-Cola guy. Guys, this clock has never ran on this channel. It's never been on because I wear wristwatches. Waffles or pancakes? I love both, but when it comes down to it, waffles. Reading comments. Sony or Bose? I'm gonna go with Harman Kardon. Neither. Harman Kardon, and it's because I spent extra to get that audio package for my STI. Do you still get real maple syrup out there? Hi from Vermont. Well, I got love for Vermont. Vermont is pretty much the upside down New Hampshire. So I was very spoiled in New England getting very, very good maple syrup. Shane says HK, which is Harman Kardon, is a reasonable U.S. manufacturer. Heck yeah. Sounds good in my car. If you had to choose a profession other than the one you have, which one would it be? I don't even know. I absolutely love what I do, so I don't know. I would like to make comic books. I would like to make comic books. I know that sounds weird. I would like to make comic books. Super chat from Matt B. Says, Jory, I lost 25 cents in my couch 4 years ago, and I asked you in an email if you had found a shiny quarter, and you never answered me. What gives? I'm sorry. But that does sound like a lot of people writing to me angrily that I never responded to them, like, immediately. Josemi says, goodbye, Jory. Thanks for everything. Greetings from me to this chat. Have a good one, brother. Vince Vlog says, hi from Singapore. So many good questions. I'm trying to read. Can you tell us about your 3 favorite cars? Guys, no, because that wouldn't be fair. You guys gotta guess it in the comment section. Sirius Black, how will you celebrate 100,000 subscribers? My mom has asked me this. Pretty much every one of my subscribers has asked me this. Connie has asked me this. I don't know, because everything is shut down. So it's not like we can go anywhere. Renzo says, greetings from Holland. Why is my clock not working? Because I rely on wristwatches, not clocks. You're about the 1,000th person to mention it. Shane says, STI, does that mean you drive a Subaru? Yes, I have a 2019 STI rally build that I've been working on for about a year. And I have a 2006 Jeep Rubicon that I've been working on since 2006. And if you want to see more about those, go to my Instagram, because I take pictures of my cars. RDK, Certified T3 Bot, you pretty much have the missing link, the one car no one has mentioned, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. Thoughts on the BRZ? Not a huge fan because it's rear-wheel drive. If they made that an all-wheel drive, William J, Certified T3 Bot says, public service announcement. Jory knows the Seiko clock behind him is not running. He's always wearing a watch. He has no need to tell time by that. Roam says, most underrated watch channel. Congrats on 100,000. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. I don't think anybody's ever said that, and I truly appreciate that. Very, 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 very nice of you. Thoughts? Where did it go? Where did that comment go? Shane says, I shall venture forth to Instagram presently. Very posh. Someone asked me, Steven, Certified T3 Bot says, favorite Reversos? Steven, you are a Certified T3 Bot. You should know that I own a Reverso. My favorite Reverso is the Reverso Classique Mechanical. Renzo, tank or Reverso, choose Jory. I've made an episode about that. Milcom, can you please link the episode, J'ai le Coutre tank and, oh my god, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. J'ai le Coutre Reverso versus Cartier tank. Oh my god, I mixed them up in my head. Thoughts on Lotuses? Lotuses rip, dude. For a track vehicle, they are awesome. And the shop that works on my cars actually specialize on track-built Lotuses. So sick. Super Run Speed, your French accent is so funny. See, this is what's terrible, is that if I pronounce these European companies in my American accent, I get in trouble. And if I do it in a, you know, Swiss French accent, I also, people make fun of me. So I just can't win. So super run speed, take a hike. William J, certified T3 boss, says Jory doesn't have to choose. He has both. Amen. Nautical Silver, I got the bull of a lunar pilot today and I love it. That's such a sick watch, dude. I need to get one and review it. That's such a sick watch. Milcom doing God's work. What's my favorite? So someone asked Naruto versus Bleach. Those came out a little bit after my time. I'm not saying I don't like current anime, but I never got into Naruto. I think it was a little bit too immature for me, if that makes sense. And then Bleach I also didn't really get into. But someone asked what my favorite anime is. First of all, as like an all-encompassing thing, Akira is like the best animated anything to ever come out. But as far as like favorite animes that I'm really, really liking right now, Fire Force is incredible. Black Clover is incredible. Sailor Moon I grew up with and I love. Sailor Moon is actually a great anime. But dude, Fire Force is great. I just wish that they'd come out with the second season. FLCL, Fooly Cooly, I grew up with and I love. So fun. FLCL is great. Ninja Scroll, I own Ninja Scroll on VHS. I absolutely love Ninja Scroll, but I don't recommend it because Ninja Scroll is a bit too mature. There's things that I saw in Ninja Scroll that I did not understand until I was older. I was like, there's another one. Hold on. Let me see if it's still on Funimation. Okay, if you want to, it is. If you want a really fun anime, Outlaw Star. Dude, Outlaw Star. Please, someone in the comment section tell me that they've seen Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star is so good. It came out just before Cowboy Bebop, and you definitely see some influence there. Oh! It has happened. It has happened. We just hit 100,000 subscribers. Woo! We just hit 100,000 subscribers, guys. Officially. I just screenshotted it on my computer. That is huge. That is incredible. We did it live. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's actually kind of serendipitous and coincidental that it happened right now, live, like while live streaming. But I would not have chosen another place to have it happen, guys. I'm so happy that it happened with you. We hit 100,000 subscribers just about a year, 2 years and a half. Just about 2.5 years on YouTube. We hit 100,000 subscribers. And I'm telling you right now, it still has not sunk in. I don't think that this is gonna hit me until like after I finish live streaming. But dude, wow. Wow, 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 wow. And so something I wanted to bring up now that this has happened. By the way, can I just mention that in the last 28 days, I gained 7,000 subscribers? I don't know what the heck happened, but that is incredible. Something I wanted to bring up is, although I'm immensely honored to have this kind of channel growth, it's not about the amount of subscribers that I care about, it's about the quality of subscribers. And what I'm so happy about is I might not have the largest channel on YouTube. I might not have the quickest growing channel on YouTube, but I honestly believe that I have the strongest viewer base on all of YouTube. And I'm not just saying that, dude. The people that watch my stuff, they don't just watch it and dip out. Like, I interact with them on Instagram. They write to me. I have a ton of channel members that I hang out with in the Discord chat that like voluntarily go out of their way every month to make sure I can keep doing these reviews. Like, it might not be the fastest growth, I might not be the largest watch channel, but the people that I do have here show up every weekend to hang out with me, like on a live stream. They show up every day in the Discord chat. They watch my content. It's insane. It's insane. So 100,000 is crazy, but it's who would have thunk, guys? Who would have thunk that we're here? It's nuts. Another thing I brought up when I hit 97,000 subscribers is that I remember after I posted the episode about this, 2940 Rolex Bubbleback. After I uploaded that, I got 42 subscribers, and I remember calling my mom and being like, yo, I got 42 people around the world that want to watch this episode. It's crazy. And now I'm at 100,000. So I'm going to have to call my mom and tell her, hey, I got 100,000 people. So AZMBNZ says, do I have a Discord chat or a Patreon? We don't have Patreon, but what we do use is the YouTube channel memberships. It's $4.99 a month. If you click the join button next to the subscribe button, that's essentially our Patreon. But with that, you get an extra live stream on Wednesday every week. You also get access to the private members only Discord chat that we use all the time. We're trying to set up a weekly game night where we all play games. Lee Bishop is part of it. And it's just a whole lot of fun. So thank you guys. Christopher Beck with the super chat says, here's another tenner because I got the thrill of watching you hit your milestone. Fantastic. Congrats, Troy. Thank you, Christopher. Honestly, man, thank you. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. I have the coolest people supporting me. It's insane. It is insane. If you asked me, 2.5 years ago that I would be here talking about watches, talking to hundreds of people every week live, I would tell you you're insane. It just doesn't make sense to me. But this has become an enormous part of my life. It's incredibly important to me, and this I don't know what I would be without this channel. So thank you guys. 100,000. It's insane. It is insane. So I don't even know. 100,000 subscribers. Didn't think I would have one of those YouTube channels, guys. Isaiah says, I see a tear. Corey Shannon, certified T3 bot, joined the channel officially when I hit 6 figures. New member. We got to give him a round of applause. Thank you so much, Corey. You freaking rock. Corey Shannon, supporting the channel. Excuse me, Corey Shannon, certified T3 bot. Connor Mate says, can you greet me? Hello. Best watch worn by James Bond? Submariner. Looking forward to the State of the Collection video. Congrats. Well, Felipe, it's going to be videos. It's going to be videos. Multiple. We will, there's going to be an episode coming out on Monday that we've already filmed. And then after that, we will be doing State of the Collection installments. And then once we finish the State of the Collection series, we're going to do one long director's cut. But, yeah. Wilson Wong, can I have a watch? Well, there's a giveaway going on right now. People are asking what I'm going to buy myself after hitting 100,000 subscribers. What watch will I get to celebrate? 100,000 watch. Let me be clear. I didn't anticipate even getting here, and I don't know what I'm going to get myself. Everyone, my buddy Patrick, who forced me to start the channel essentially, and a lot of people on Instagram have written to me asking what I'm going to buy for 100,000. I don't know. I haven't even thought, but it's insane. It's insane. Yeah, I cannot believe 100,000 guys, 100,000 subscribers. We did it. We made it. We made it. Freeman, buy a Submariner. I've had one for decades. I own a Submariner 16800. Get a wish wash. No. New member Felipe Buenrostro, certified T3 bot. Felipe, round of applause. Thank you so much for joining and supporting the channel. You freaking rock. For all the new channel members, stay tuned to your feed, your YouTube channel feed, because I'm going to send a link. I'm going to post a members only link to the Discord chat. And that's how we all hang out and talk to each other. And it's on 24 hours a day. Daniel Thibodeau, certified T3 bot, says, Jory, you rock. I will check you later. T3 Army for life. Daniel, certified T3 bot, you rock. Robert Borger says, Grats, coming in late. 1 million subscribers coming soon. Thank you. Thank you for the hopeful well wishes. What is my favorite watch that I have? My Seiko Alpinist Rolex 1500. My Reverso. My Certina DS2 that my dad got when he finished college and he gave to me. It's hard to tell. Favorite cologne or fragrance? I have a Cartier fragrance that I really like. I forgot the name of it, but Connie got it for me. I like Aqua di Gio. I like Mont Blanc Legacy, the black bottle and the white bottle. Those are both incredible. I think Mont Blanc Legacy white bottle is my favorite. Lee Bishop, has anyone seen James K? No, we haven't. And that's actually kind of a concern of Milcom and I. We don't know where the heck he's been. Speedmaster El Primero, I personally own a Speedmaster. But El Primero, obviously incredibly orologically significant. Do I ever wear suits? As little as possible. Felipe, certified T3 bot, says, thanks for the videos and tips on watch collecting. Well, thank you for making this channel possible. Jeremy Yap, manual wind or quartz vintage Cartier tank? Whichever floats your boat. I own a quartz Cartier tank. Why is the El Primero so special? It never spoke to me. Probably because it was the first column wheel automatic chronograph. Even though Seiko beat them to it and made the first automatic chronograph. So, Jason Tan, Rado Captain Cook, don't like it. Never spoke to me. Not interested. We got a new member, Super Run Speed, certified T3 bot. Round of applause, Super Run Speed. The T3 Army grows stronger and stronger. Heck yes. All the new members, stay tuned to your your YouTube feed, because again, I'm going to be posting a private members only link that only the members can see, and that'll get you access to the Discord chat. Michael Hargis says, I don't race cars, no chronograph for me. I can't swim, no dive watch needed here. What's your opinion on the best field watch? Boy, do I have a lot of opinions on this. Field watches are like my favorite type of watch. And I mean the Submariner is like the quintessential Rolex, right? That's what people think when they think of a Rolex or of a dive watch. They think of a Submariner. And so the Submariner equivalent of a field watch would have to be the Hamilton Khaki Field. That is like the quintessential field watch. Now, do I think there are better field watches that are probably more functional as far as like durability? Yeah, I think the Boulder Expedition is like incredible. I think the Seiko Alpinist is incredible when it comes to the field watch. I think the Rolex Explorer 2 with the GMT complication and the oyster case and the thread crown, ridiculously tough. There's man, I have a lot of theories about this. Jory, tri-tip or brisket? I love both of those, but you can't beat a good brisket, dude. With some garlic, mashed potatoes, some gravy. My mom makes the best brisket, though. And it's a very Jewish thing. May contain bleach with the super chat. What level of restoration do you think is appropriate for vintage watches? My concern would be ruining the aesthetic of the watch. Relume, polishing, etc. Everyone has different parameters on what they deem to be acceptable. I prefer as little polishing as possible. I prefer not reluming. I like just letting the watch age. That's kind of what I like about that's kind of just what I like about vintage watches. They tell a story. They're old. I don't mind the scuffs and the dents and the dings. I think that tells a story. Look at this watch, guys. This is from 1940. It does have a Kirk Rich dial, which is a famous restorer, Kirk Rich. But honestly, don't worry about polishing and stuff like that. Not a huge... But again, everyone has different parameters. Some people will like the restoration up to a point, some don't, some this and that, blah, blah, blah. Thoughts on using a dress watch as a field watch? Never, Mior. Very different. A field watch is meant to be thin, not hanging up on anything, tough. You're supposed to be able to beat up on it. A dress watch is the exact opposite. Dress watch, typically precious metal. Not always, but I mean, come on. I'm not going to be going in the field with my Vacheron. I just, yeah, no. Milk of the Moderator has a request. He says, let your questions breathe. It's okay to repeat, but please wait a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, guys, just don't spam the comment section because it's harder for me and it's harder for, the chat to get their questions in. Longines Hydro Quest. I love Longines. Don't really like that watch. Shaked says, could you explain the reason for the California dial? I need to make an episode about that. Remind me. Need to make an episode. Bryson Haggard, certified T3 Bot, says, Bubby's brisket cannot be beat. That's true. That's true. Reading comments. Running fast to 1 million. Once again, greetings from Brazil. Thank you so much, Paulo. I couldn't have done it without you. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Patina adds character. I agree, John. Certified T3. I agree. Mior, does NATO straps get smelly after some time? Can it be washed? Yeah, they can be washed. Just let them soak. What I recommend doing is taking the NATO strap off of the watch and just letting it soak in some water with some dish soap and let it soak overnight, then rinse it off and let it dry and you should be good to go. I actually wash my NATO straps in detergent also. So not even dish soap, like I use Gain, like my laundry detergent. You just let it a little bit in some water. You let it soak, and you'll be good. How did I get into watches? My dad. My dad always wore really cool watches when I was growing up. And I mean, he is one of the most important men in my life. So I kind of just wanted to mimic him. And when I was in my early adulthood, I mean, I'm 30, so I'm not super old, but comment section, behave. But when I was in my like 20s, early 20s, I should say, I didn't really think I was worthy enough of wearing a watch, because I was like, okay, I'm not super duper successful personally, and the wristwatch world is kind of intimidating to get into. And then when I started kind of making my own money, I bought myself a Seiko SKX. And then I realized, hey, they're like, wristwatches can actually be kind of approachable. But the wristwatch world is not that way. It doesn't seem super approachable. And that was kind of the catalyst for my channel. I wanted to show people that it's not all super serious. It's not all snobbery. It is approachable. You can ask questions. You can learn. You can figure things out. So, yeah, it's kind of the center of my channel. Yeah. Reading comments. Jason Tan, oh my god, are you going to be live till you hit 100? I already hit 100. Mior says, we are the same age. Heck yeah. Milk the Moderator says, Jory's selling shirts to benefit No Kid Hungry. Check them out here. Click that link, guys. All net proceeds from those 2 shirts, the 2 limited shirts, are going to nokidhungry.org. Jory, have I modded any watches? No, I haven't. I'm not against it. I'm just not super into it. What's the Timex in the cover art? Dre Blunts. It's a Timex that I have for sale at the Time Teller shop. Milcom, if you could post a link to that. I think that watch is probably going to sell immediately. Hamilton Ventura, I love it. Not because of Elvis, but because of the Men in Black. What happened to your Seiko SKX poster? I changed it out for a Rolex Explorer 2 poster, because 937 made one for me. I enjoyed the Edifice review. Really well done. Thank you so much. Is changing straps considered modding a watch? I don't really consider that a modification to a watch, but I do consider an addition to a watch. I think it changes the watch a lot. Matrix Mirage, please don't spam the comment section with this same comment about the Omega Aquaterra 150. I'm not a huge Aquaterra guy. I would rather get a Rolex Oyster Perpetual, if I'm totally honest. It's a good watch. It's a solid watch. It's a sharp watch. I would rather get a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Ultimate Grail, Creator Aichi 2, or Rolex 6062. Ryan Prescott, congrats on 100,000. Really got into watch game last year, and this was one of the first places I got connected in. Opened my eyes to vintage in particular. Haven't pulled the trigger on a vintage yet. Soon. Well, Ryan, if you want, I urge you to check out the Time Teller shop. We actually just posted some more watches there last night. Veronica with a very difficult question. What do you prefer, people wearing overpriced fashion watches or smart watches? Probably smart watches, because those actually have some function. Please fix the wall watch. Well, that's not a watch, that's a clock, and I'm not interested in clocks. Rolex Explorer 11 4270 or OP36. Probably the Explorer. I just like the Explorer. Thoughts on the Rolex, the elusive Rolex mil sub? Well, there's been like about 2 different reference numbers that are heavily used, I believe, in military submariners. The broad hands, so cool. Man, so cool. I had the opportunity, I'll say, to buy one last year. Let's just say it was a bit outside my price range, but the bummer is that it was my birth year. It was a 1989 mil sub. And it was too expensive for me at the time. Thoughts on Blancpain? Love Blancpain. Think they're really cool. I think they're super underrated too. The fact that you can get one of their 50 Fathoms bathyscaphs for under 10 grand brand new, ridiculous. Big Pizza Pie, there's some there's some arguments about this. PS Dance, have a good one, Paul. I'll see you next time. What time frame? Big Pizza Pie says, what time frame is used to classify a watch or item as vintage classic? I assume it's 25 years. So from what I've heard in the commodities world, anything over 30 years is considered vintage. Anything over 100 or I think 50? Okay, so I think anything over 30 is in the commodities world is considered vintage. Anything over 50 is antique or something. I do know most watch places will not list a watch as vintage unless it's like 30 years old. Frank Rivera says, really glad I bumped onto your channel. Learned a lot since I started watching you this week. Well, thank you so much. There's over 500 episodes for you to check out, so have some fun. Raj says, Jory, sorry if you've said it, but did you confirm the LX is the 100,000 watch? Man, I don't know. I do not know. I have not confirmed that yet. Jeremy, yeah, would you rather have SKX modded to look like a Yachtmaster or a real homage of a Yachtmaster? What is a real homage? I would rather just have the SKX. Mr. Elefantan says, hi, Jory. First time that I catch you live. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. Reading comments. Cool to see all the new subs. I know, isn't it amazing? We're well over an hour, and we have still over 200 people here. Raj says, go for the Tudor North flag, please. T3, there has to be a watch you're saving for. There's watches I want, but a lot of them are so expensive. That's the issue. Okay, IWC Portuguese chronograph. That's one that's kind of on my list. Rolex 1016 is definitely on my list, but it's quite expensive. That would be a watch I would love to own, but it's quite expensive. So, see, this is Taco. Are you buying a watch for this special occasion? I think everyone expects that of me. I don't know what I will do. So stand by for that information. I am wearing a Rolex Bubbleback 2940. Thoughts on Chrono 24? It's a great site. But remember, on all these sites, eBay is legit. Chrono 24 is legit. But you're buying the seller. You're not buying the watch itself. So still, you have to do your research on whomever you're purchasing from. But Chrono 24, I've purchased a watch from Chrono 24. It's fine. Devil Theory RS has 100,000 subscribers. I love you, Jory, intimately. We have uncertain times, but you sure know how to tell them. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that so much. Dude, 100,000 is crazy. Work, rest, and play Grail? Don't quite understand the question. RDK Certified T3 Bot says, gotta run, Jory. Have a good one, bro. Thanks for being here. What's the number of watches in the state of the collection? I don't even know yet. I am so intimidated by making this series now. I don't even know yet. Stay tuned. That's all I have to say. Stay tuned. Stay freaking tuned. Reading comments, guys. Reading comments. Would love to see more reviews on Tissot. Well, there's a Tissot Viso date at the Time Teller shop right now. JDR says, what's up, Jory? I'm Joe. Hello, Joe. I recently discovered your channel after watching a handful of your videos. I subscribed and started giving my favorite budget watches a big thumbs up. Thank you, man. Well, thumbs up to you. Esquire Life, very cool name. Awesome content. I've been following your channel for a couple weeks now. Thanks for your videos. FYI, I can't stand Invicta. Well, you and me both, brother. Thanks for being here. Thoughts on Hydra? Don't know anything about him. Would you recommend having a pre-owned watch serviced once you receive it through a seller? Well, hopefully the watch you get has a service history of some sort before you sell it. Raj, Jory, people want to know how many you got, man, which I find interesting why people want to know. Be careful, bro. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. What's the most expensive watch you would size yourself? Any of them? I've resized all of my own watches. I own an 18 karat gold Vacheron from 1945 on a bracelet. I own Submariner 16800 from 1983 or 5. Resized that on a bracelet. Let me put it this way. If you don't feel comfortable, then don't do it. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, then don't do it. What I have found is most of the inexpensive watches are actually more difficult to resize than the expensive watches. Would you feature a celebrity on your channel to review their watches? Probably Alton Brown. Anyone know if the Zenith Movado is still in the shop? I believe it is, but I would jump on it because I doubt that's going to last the weekend. And that is one... If it doesn't sell this weekend, I might just keep it for myself. Jory, how do you recommend saving for your Grail? Discipline. Take your check and maybe put 10 to 15% of whatever your paycheck is away and just sit on it until you can get the watch you want. Big Pizza Pie, Jory is the celebrity. I wouldn't go that far. I do have a channel with 100,000 subscribers though, not to brag. Thank you guys. Dean, Certified T3 says, okay, here's the plan. Nobody buy the watch so Jory can keep it for his... No, I want someone to buy the watch. Don't get me wrong. Dean, it would actually be more helpful for me if someone buys that watch so that I can put that money towards a 100,000 watch. What type of films do I like? I'm going to answer that real quick. Jeremy says, do you pay your watches in full or do you usually do installments? Don't finance watches, guys. Do not finance watches. It's a bad idea. Try to pay for it all. What films do I like, Andy B? This is going to sound very pompous. I've been very into true crime documentaries. Um, I know it sounds so dumb when people are like, oh, I actually watch documentaries. I watch a lot of anime, okay? And when I say a lot, I mean like whenever I'm not working, which I work all the time. But I like anime. I have the Funimation app on my PS4. But I really like true crime documentaries. John Wick rules, by the way. Love John Wick. Lee, Jory, any of the big boys like Jody or Teddy, Adrian give you a shout out for making 100,000? I don't know. I just hit 100,000 while I was live streaming. So I don't know. I don't know if they even know. Felipe, if you spam the comment section, we're just gonna ban you. I'm gonna put you in timeout real quick. I have a Tissot at the shop, Felipe. So obviously I like Tissot. Geronimo says, watch as an anime. You're my new spirit animal, Jory. Thank you. Felipe, not you. There is another Felipe Alejandro. Not Felipe certified T3 bot. Don't worry. There's multiple Felipes here, I guess. Mr. Elefantan says, hey George, just want to tell you, I enjoy your videos and the good mood you're keeping up. Take care. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, we gotta stay positive. That's all we can do. Can't do much, we just gotta stay positive. Yeah, Felipe certified T3 bot is laughing. Yeah, we weren't talking about you, bro. You're allowed to spam the comment section. You're a member. Veronica says, Studio Ghibli, love their stuff. I own Howl's Moving Castle, I own Spirited Away, and I own Princess Mononoke. Jory Badger. Jory Badger, don't give a F. Ball watches. I need to get a ball watch, dude. Still don't have one. Need to get one for the channel and review it. Benjamin Andelman, certified T3 bot. Jory always spams the comment section of my heart. I appreciate that. Favorite soccer team? If you're not a mank, you're a wank. I'm just kidding. I don't watch soccer, dude. I'm American, so like we don't know what soccer is. But I'm just gonna say Manchester because I have a lot of viewers from there. Paulo, any chance for collaboration videos with TGV, Teddy Baldassar? I've already collaborated with Teddy, and we will collaborate more in the future. TGV, I don't even know if he knows I exist. What time is it? It is about, well, 1:26 p.m. Let's get down to business. Manchester United. If you're not a mank, you're a wank. Guys, I don't watch soccer. I don't know anything about soccer. I'm sorry. Havarti or stinky aged cheddar? I prefer Bourson. Do you own a Breguet? I don't own any Breguets. American football? Yeah, I watch American football. I don't watch much soccer. It's not because I have anything against soccer. It's just that soccer is not big in the United States, so it's just not common. Favorite dessert? Oh man, where do I begin? Where do I begin? Brownies are really good. Apple pie, like if my mom makes apple pie, that's a favorite of mine. I like ice cream sundaes. I love tiramisu. I love panna cotta. My mom makes really good panna cotta. Well, where do I start? If you have a good chocolate chip cookie or like a good brownie, I don't know if you can really beat that. Do you know what I mean? But my mom's apple pie is probably the best ever. By the way, to celebrate 100,000, my son has made an appearance. Link. UHS Web Manager says, how many watches do you have you ever shared in a review? Oh man, I don't even know. I actually don't know how many watches I have, but we're gonna find out because we're now starting the State of the Collection series. So stay tuned for that. Where do you live? Los Angeles. I love how that's in all caps. Where do you live? Thank you, Link. Burgers or hot dogs? Burgers. Rate apple pie, mate. Apple pie is like number one. If my mom makes it, then it's like the best thing ever. My thoughts on Panerai watches? Well, I own a Pan 111. But I don't like what Panerai is doing currently. What, Linky? I like your glasses. What brand are they? They're Warby Parker. Rick Green. Hey, I'm the only T3 bot who's allowed to be banned. Chargers or Rams? I gotta go with Rams. Lee Bishop says Penny loves Link. Link is obsessed with being on camera, dude. He is obsessed with being on camera when I'm live streaming. He loves it. What? You won't stop bothering me. He wants a belly rub. See, that's all he wants. That's all he wants. He just woke up. It's literally, he comes in, stretches, and then he just asks, he keeps tapping me. Look at this beast. Do you know that I'm talking to like multiple hundreds of people right now? It's like, yeah, I know. Moore says, Shalom. Shalom, Kol Tov. Robert King, if you make those types of comments, I'm just going to ban you. Matrix, it's simply a beast. Chrono Trigger over Final Fantasy VI? Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger against Final Fantasy VII is a harder thing. But I still would probably pick Chrono Trigger. Today I'm going to start a celebration. Today I'm going to start the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Best coffee drink, you can't beat black coffee. But as a treat, I like Vietnamese coffee. See, Linky, he still won't bother me. He's favorite film, Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. Felipe, certified T3 bot, have a good one. Please respond, Japan or Swiss. It depends on the company. It depends on the watch itself. I don't pick my favorite watches based on region. I pick my favorite watches based on the watch. Favorite chips? Oh. I really like barbecue chips, man. John says, you're awesome. No, you're awesome. Do you use beard butter at night for the beard? No, I use Redken Brew's beard oil every day, though. Yeah, I'm also playing Final Fantasy X Remaster also. Favorite meat? I love lamb. I really like lamb. I think lamb is one of my favorites, but honestly, New York strip beef. I think the New York strip is my favorite cut of meat of all time. So, G-Shock or Edifice? G-Shock. Do I use toupee oil? Nah, all natural. Favorite food you can only get in LA? See, LA is a cultural amalgamation. It's like LA is literally a melting pot. So I don't know about food I can only get here because LA is like a cultural collaboration of everything. So chances are you're going to be able to find in other areas what you would find here. But a very Los Angeles thing is In-N-Out. It is in some other West Coast states, but it didn't make it past, I think there might be an In-N-Out in Texas. I don't know. There might be. But I don't think it went further east than that. I don't even know. I know it's in Nevada and I know it's in Arizona. But In-N-Out is have I seen Hollywood? Yeah, outside my front door. But In-N-Out is great LA, like when you think In-N-Out, you think Los Angeles. It is in other areas, but I think that In-N-Out would be my pick. Now, In-N-Out isn't my favorite food, but it is great. Am I from LA? Kind of a difficult question. I was born in LA, but I grew up in New Hampshire, which is across the country. So I went from here, Los Angeles, and I moved over to New England, which is on the East Coast. See, you guys don't understand the significance of these prints here. I was born here. When I was 3 years old, I moved here, and then I moved back here when I was like in my 20s. Have I met Arnold Schwarzenegger? No. More. When do I plan to visit Israel? Whenever you'll have me, dude. If you'll have me and we can eat shawarma and stuff like that, then I am down. Get me some hummus, some shawarma, and some rice, and I will be there. Have I met celebrities? Yeah, every day I look in the mirror, baby. Dale says, sending positive vibes from Dubai. Well, I hope you guys are safe in Dubai. George, are you a Jew? 100%. Alejandro, good evening. Saludos. Thank you. Nice weatherman pointing. I know, right? It's gloomy here on the West Coast, but don't worry, because on the East, it's also gloomy. Rainbow Sandwich writing in Japanese, and I don't, unfortunately, I cannot read that. I wish I could. I wish I could. Favorite hair color on a woman? Whatever specific color is Connie's hair, which is like a very, very dark brown, borderline black, because she's Asian. You can't get me in trouble. I'm too smart. I am too smart. I'm gonna say whatever Connie's color is. Blum from Curacao. What is up? Mior says, ha ha ha, good answer. Dale says you should just come to Dubai if you want shawarma and hummus. I will happily come to Dubai. Sounds like a blast. If I'm allowed to go there when all this stuff is over, when the traveling, like, scariness has stopped, I will absolutely visit. Benjamin Handelman, favorite family member, link or con. You can't do that, Ben. It's like choosing between family members. You can't do that. The Japanese text said something is behind me. Yeah, a lot of stuff's behind me. We got some prints, we got a watch, we got a clock that has no batteries. You want to see the scariest thing that's behind me, though? You want to see the absolute scariest thing that's behind me? Oh my god, there's a cat! There's a cat behind me and he's Can someone screenshot this? Pinky, look over there. Oh, now he wants to climb on the desk. No. What's up with the tire? So I actually just mentioned this earlier in the, I mentioned it like immediately in the live stream. You're shedding on me, bro. I already have enough white hairs as it is. My STI, they were doing construction on my street and they didn't clean up properly. So 3 out of 4 tires of a brand new set got nails in the sidewall. And for those of you who know, if something punctures the sidewall of a tire, you cannot patch it. This was a brand new set of Yokohama V105s, Advan V105s, which are like incredible. Like these have gotten better test results than the Michelin, the Pro Pilot series. So that's incredibly frustrating. Sorry, my phone's telling me that it's out of batteries. So 3 out of 4 of a brand new set got nails in the sidewall. So I ended up just keeping this tire, putting it in my office so that it wouldn't smell of rubber in my place. And then I ended up buying a full set of Yokohama Advan V601s, which are their brand new performance tires, and I put it in on a set of Sparco Terras in bronze, and I love it. So rally. Have I ever gotten involved in a real fight? Well, I don't really care to talk about it too much, but yeah, a lot growing up, a lot. That's maybe something I would talk about on the Time OA channel. But yeah, and I've broken my nose 3 times. Raj says, take care, Joy. Congrats on 100,000. Thank you so much. Fernando says, bye, man. You rock. Well, you rock. LT with the super chat. Certified T3 bot. The man with the super chat. Thank you. He says, congrats on 100,000. Thank you so much, LT. I will see you in the Discord chat. Aziz, time teller, why do you bash tag Hoyer? I just pulled the trigger on one for my 18th birthday and I hope not to be disappointed. Well, I don't know if you will or won't be disappointed, but I'm just not a fan of Tag Hoyer, so brace yourself. But happy birthday, brother. Dang, LT is a freaking baller. LT is a freaking baller. Curious about Man and His Watch. Is it a good book? It is the best wristwatch book. Matt Haranek did an incredible job. That is the best wristwatch book, in my opinion. My wife tried to copy with my cat. It didn't go well. Link is the ultimate chiller. He's still sitting. He had a blast doing that, so he's still sitting right next to me. Digital Bird Lifestyle. What's up, time teller from Albuquerque? I changed from Pirelli P0s to Continental Sport 6s. They were quite a bit better. Yeah, Continental is crushing it with their Extreme Contact. They're doing some good stuff with their tires lately. Sent a screenshot of you with your cat being mailed via messages via Instagram. Okay, thank you so much. I'll repost it on my Instagram. What's the Casio box behind me? Oh, Link jumped up on the desk. Nope, don't knock over the tripod. Okay, he wants to be with me on camera. What's the Casio box behind me? It's either the Duro or the Edifice, because I reviewed both of those recently. Look at this little boy. What is he doing? He just wants a belly rub. He's like, Dad, you hit 100,000. Thank you, bud. Matt B says, oh, that cat. Oh my god. Yeah, he's my best friend. He just turned 4 at the beginning of this month. Belly boy. He's the man. Right, bud? We just hit 100,000, dude. We just hit 100K. What are you gonna do to celebrate? What watch would Link wear? I think he would wear an Alpinist, honestly. What anime do I like the most? Akira is the best of all time. But as far as like a serial anime, I really love Black Clover right now, and I really love Fire Force. Fire Force is great. Steve says flip-flopping between 100K and 9920. No, I have an accurate updater. Right now we're at 100,012. Shinra versus Sho. Yep, that is the showdown. Thoughts on Ric Flair wearing 3 watches, 2 of them being Rolexes and 1 being an Apple Watch? He's a Rolex wearing, jet flying, limousine driving, son of a gun. That's woo! Ric Flair. Favorite ice cream flavor? Coffee. Coffee ice cream. What is it, Linky? What is it? What is it? We're finally getting a State of the Collection video. You're getting a State of the Collection series. Not just one video. It's going to be multiple. It's probably going to be 4 videos. Hi T3, am I a Star Wars fan? Yeah, I am, for the most part. With the original trilogy, I don't know about the other ones. Can we go 1 week without someone mentioning Vostok? Can we go 1 day? Tom says, congrats, greetings from Ireland. Oh, thank you. Everyone loves my accents. That is a beautiful cat. He is. He rocks. Lee Bishop, you love Star Wars, dude. You are obsessed with Star Wars, and I know that from the Discord chat. But guys, I'm so happy. There's still over 200 people here, but my phone is dying. It's about to run out of batteries. So here's better Irish accent than most Irish people. Trust me, I live here. But guys, thank you. 100,000. I didn't think that we would ever get here. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. So I'm gonna have to end the live stream because my phone's gonna die, and I'm gonna eat some food. But Craven thought I was Sikh. It's pretty cool. I'm actually just a Jewish guy. But guys, 100,000. I never thought I would be here. So, man, just stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll talk. But it's not everybody does this, dude. Not everybody is lucky enough to have hundreds of people to hang out with every week. So I'm blessed. I'm very lucky. It's just incredible. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to think about this, to step back and unthink about this. So 6 figures, baby. Insane. Insane. Shane, it's at The Simple Consultant. The time teller Instagram was taken. So at The Simple Consultant. Yeah. Guys, thank you. Thank you for 100,000. Thanks for joining me. What do I tell everyone? Dav. Number 1, get out of your comfort zone. I know that we're all cramped up in our places because of the crisis right now, but you got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to do one thing every day that makes you a little nervous. And for me, sometimes it's putting myself out there, being vulnerable, and giving an opinion out on camera. You know, I get some of the meanest comments on a daily basis, but the good vastly outweighs the bad. So getting out of your comfort zone pays off. That's number one. Number two, you got to tell someone you love them, especially right now. We might not be able to be face to face with the people we love, but we can, have some time, pick up that phone, call that person you haven't spoken to in a while, call your family member, see how they're doing. That'll brighten up someone's day. Tell someone you love them. I'm going to start it off. I love you guys, each and every one of you. Thank you. All 100,000 of you. And especially, the 300 that joined us today on the live stream. You guys are incredible. So for the channel members, I will see you on the Discord chat. And for the for everyone else, thank you so much for joining us. And I will see you on Monday. Link still wants to be on camera. So, love you guys. Bye-bye. All right. Have a good one, guys. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, with 100,000 subscribers officially. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Love you guys.